Oh, 238, product of an array except self. Given an array nums of n integers, given n is greater than 1, return an array output such that output sub I is equal to the product of all the elements of numbers except for num sub I. Okay, please solve it without division and an O of n. Oh, that's fun. Could you solve it with constant space complexity? The output array does not count as extra space for the cheesy, but okay. Um, hmm. I mean, there's a number of ways you can do it, but I mean, I don't know if it's cheating to. Uh, so the standard way would be just take the what you may call it, the product of all the numbers and then divide it by the number and then put that in the array, right? So you have something like, and I'm not going to submit this per se because it explicitly tells you not to, but let's I forget there's no product thing. But let's say product is equal to 1 for num and num. Oops. Product and num, and then you just return product x for x and nums, and that would be kind of what you do, and that would be right? So that's kind of what they tell you not to do. Oh, whoops. I forget that in Python I need to do that. But same, ooh, what? Subscribe. But yeah, that's how I would kind of think about it. That's like kind of standard-y, so that should be a medium. The other, so one thing to know is that because n is greater than 1, you can, I mean, I don't know, the way that I would think about, do it, and I don't know about what you might call it, and I don't know if this is cheating, to be honest, is that you can actually do the reverse, which is take the log of the numbers and then sum it, right? And that requires knowing some recurrences, which is kind of like awkward in the sense that I don't know if that's legit. But is it math.log? I guess it doesn't really matter which one. What am I doing? Oh, num for num and nums, and then now it is just s minus x and then 2 to the power of this, right? Oops. Something like that. So maybe that's a float. Yeah, but the idea is the same, right? So, does that work? No, that doesn't make sense. What am I doing? But this should make sense. Though you might have rounding errors, so I guess I'm not that confident about this. But obviously, this is the same thing as the other one. Let's just submit and see if that works. I may have rounding errors. So I'm not really confident about this one, to be honest. Oh, well, and oh, I misread this actually. Sorry. I think that's why. That is my bad. I thought it said each number is greater than 1, not that there are more than one element. Okay, so you can't do this for that reason because of stuff like 0 and stuff like that. Okay, whoops. Um, I just misread the problem. Okay, but so this kind of works except for that case. In that case, I mean, this is still kind of true. It's just that now we have to check, if we just have to count the number of zeros. I think that's the big one. Can these be negative numbers? I think that's the other thing that I might think about. What was my, I mean, I just got it, well, it's 0, but I actually don't know if negative numbers work. All right, let's cheat a little bit and see if negative, I just thought this was a different problem. Oops. Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't comment this out yet. Never return 0. Okay, so there could be negative numbers. All right. So the product thing wouldn't work anyway. It's just that, I mean, it can. It's just that you have to keep track of things. But okay. So this would work if it is, yeah. Okay, so there are a couple of edge cases. Let me think about them. So if, how do you do count again? I forget how to do. Is it like dot find or something? No, that's another language. Okay, so let's just count how number of zeros for num in nums. If num is 0, 0. Oh yeah, I could just do something like length of. Oh, really? Okay, fine. Thanks. Still learning. I didn't know that's a thing. So zeros is equal to this. If is equal to, I guess only some in cases. I might have. It takes me a little bit to. I switch between too many languages. That's a story. And then now we can return sub. Else if zeros is equal to 1. Well, is it num start find? Is it? How come autocomplete is useless except for the time that I need it to be? Okay. Let's say return away is equal to this thing. And then all this is equal to the product. Okay. So that's just, I guess, the product. And then maybe here we do some math on the product. Please start with a division. Okay. Is it index? This is what happens when you use different languages too many times. And also just not being good. But, okay. And then now I've just figured out the product. Yeah. And then else is just this thing. Yeah. Oh, the product minus the number that's on index of 0, of course, just to be just to be clear. How does that work? Oh, I forgot about negative numbers. Okay. Let me think a little bit about negative numbers now. Which test case is this going for? Let me just test these real quick before I get deeper into it. A lot of edge cases. Why does this one have so many upvotes? Oh. I forgot to take this to the power of, oops. But I guess now I don't need, if I'm not dividing, then I don't really need to do it this way. I don't know why I did. But yeah, let's, just for science, let's do it this way. Okay. Because this is prone to rounding errors and stuff like this. I wish there's like a map, like a reduce type thing that's like in some functional language, so I could just code the product and then like accumulated over it or whatever, but let me know if there's an easier way to do this. But now, excuse me, but now there's a negative number. Okay, and this should fail. Let me think about how to do negative numbers. I guess we just do the count, and then you just, but you still need like someone like this. So I don't know, is that a little weird? Because you could just do this. It's not a big deal, and then you do some stuff about the count of. Stop eating my parentheses. And then this will be right minus the signs. I don't know. I don't know if it's within spirit to like not do division, and then use log, because I feel like no matter how expensive division is, using log and is probably not as cheap. But yeah, okay. So so we have to count the number of negative numbers. Can you pass a function into this? Oh, is there an obvious way? Let me think a little bit again for a second. Sometimes I use solver with constant space. Do I use constant space? I use constant space. Yeah, I use constant space. Is that good enough? Oh, I guess. I mean, are you just talking about like a rolling window thing? I guess so. Yeah, okay, that is smarter. You're right. But no, you still need to. I mean, well, it's you could do it with a prefix sum type thing from both sides, but that's way. Is that? I mean, I guess so. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do it that way, but it's not all of one extra space, right? Maybe there's a way to do that. Okay, fine. You are right. So that's just pre-calculate left is equal to 1 times n, where n is equal to. You are right. Thanks for the hint. I'm just thinking a little bit whether I need like the off by 1 case. Yeah, okay, so actually maybe I think I do. Like, it's not really a rolling window, but you have like, I don't know, like I forget what the name of that algorithm is. I mean, it's kind of like rolling window, but it's more like, yeah. Okay. But for, yeah, exactly. Prefix and suffix, that's exactly right. Blanking out name. I need more sleep, maybe. I think my other solution is kind of right and takes only extra space or 1 extra space, even though it's really complicated. But like in lines of code, it's about the same too. So I don't know. Though it probably is not in the spirit of things to do it without division, and then you use log and 2 to the, and then you use what we call it, exponentials, or exponents or whatever. That's definitely not in the spirit of things. So so that's fair. Left index plus 1 index what we got, yeah, times num. One thing that I want to get better at Python is how to do this intelligently. Okay, maybe just for index, I'll just go offset in range of n. Maybe this is easier because this doesn't really make sense anyway, the way that I'm writing it. Also n plus 1. We want to prefix and just update that prefix. Yeah, probably. Actually, I should do. Yeah. Offset, because then that allows me to do this times nums of offset minus 1. Is this what? Okay. And also now the right is yeah, I'll just put another loop because why the don't want to confuse the math even more. I mean, this is where I like the for loops in C because I like going in the other direction is always a little weird for me. Where is it? Going from n plus 1 to, well, going from n to 0. Set in maybe this has. Man, this off by 1. Give me this. So you start n. Is that right? This feels really weird. No, this is not right. No, this is should be this. Okay. Okay. And now return left of x times right of x. There's an off by 1 somewhere. Okay, whatever. Let's just print out left and right. Put them on separate lines. I mean, this is probably right. I just want to. Yeah. Well, I'm doing it with the starting from 0 instead of, well, starting from before 0 instead of whatever. But I think you could do it the other way. You're not wrong. Like I have a like an empty sano case, so that I don't have to worry about edge cases as much. But yeah. So this is clearly off by 1, so actually what we want is that's why, okay. Yeah, okay, fine. Oh yeah, because of this. Okay. That looks really awkward. That's why I just have hesitance. Huh. Oh, this is. Wait, wasn't that what I had before? Also, this goes out of bounds. Maybe. That's what I had before. Ugh, off by 1's are hard. So the n should be 1. Okay, so actually this is why. Okay. except for, oh yeah, that's why I like C for loops a little bit better. Maybe I should use while loops though. But anyway, is this right? Four. I'm off by one still because this number should be 4. Okay, now this is offset because, okay. Yep, okay, cool. That was way harder than it needs to be. And then now we want left of x minus 1 times right of x plus 1 for x in range of n, maybe. That is clearly not right. What was my left hand? Really bad sometimes on off by ones. Maybe that's inclusive. Did I don't know. Oh. Well, that's probably not right. That also makes sense actually. So maybe. So okay, let's start with wheels in the room. One for one, we want. Oh, so this is. But this is plus 1. Okay. To get the full prefix suffix. Okay. Cool. Really slow, but that's fine. I don't even know how people optimize this that much, but cool. Yeah, I'll probably just review the video later and then kind of take a look. I probably did something silly. I multiply by physics and update this. Yeah, and probably to your point, like I don't need this. You're right, because you could just do a rolling count, and then you only need this once. So that's definitely an optimization. I was just trying to be consistent and just get something right to begin with. But yeah, let's take a look at US. Yeah, I mean, definitely way clearer. Oh, so you just kind of do them in the same time. Okay, I mean that makes sense. Uh, yeah, I mean, mine is definitely way convoluted, but same idea, I guess. Just that we do the loops in different orders or whatever. Because the way I don't know, I don't know how I feel about it because I think if I was in C like languages, I just write the for loop more intuitively when I count down. That's why this is like a little bit weird, and that's why I keep on getting weird things. Maybe I just need to write while loops. Um, but uh, but you're also not wrong. I think I need to take, and some of that is the same thing as what you're saying, which is that I need to take advantage of using negative indexes in a way that like then now you're counting from the back. I definitely do not do that enough because I don't know. I'm scared of its power. Usually the only thing that I usually do is like I use -1 to get the last element, and that's about it. I don't really use negative elements to its full power. But I'm probably, to be honest, I'm relatively okay with that. It seems like a rare, like in real life, that doesn't seem like a very readable way of doing it. Unless you like, except for maybe -1 to get the last element or something like that. But because otherwise it's a poor constant. No, I mean I get it. I think it's I mean I like the philosophy. I just in theory, in production code, is not something that I would like to do per se. But I also get it. I don't know. It is part of the language. Cool. Yeah, this is. I don't know. I definitely made this farm way more complicated than it needed to be to begin with. I ended up spending like half an hour on this farm or something like that. But yeah, but this way is definitely less error prone and also doesn't require cheating. But yeah, cool. And it is something that I need to be better about because definitely I've worked on a similar problem where I just had an off by once all day, which I actually, even in this case, I did. I think maybe I should use a while loop. I think I need to be better about just using a while loop because I feel like this is a really ugly for loop anyway. Okay.